Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings. We'll see if that's better. Maybe that worked out. I had to reload the page. I reloaded the page. I took care of it. I reloaded the page. There we are. What's up, Joe Mama? What is up, my queen? Forget it's all your Saturday night. Hey, you guys want to get funky. I'm not feeling too funky, but I'm feeling all right. Feeling okay. Can dance a little. To whip your head around. Now, whip your head. Welcome. Oh, we're gonna let the song play out. I'm not gonna go live quite yet. I'm just gonna go live, intro live. It's gonna be the intro to the live show. The live show. It's true. I'm like a guy that's got the well. It's sunk, and I'm over there at the pump right now, and I'm like this. I know there's water in the pump. No, there's water in the pump. So I'm just gonna prime the pump. There you go. I saw these guys live. 1989, maybe. We drove out here to Grand Rapids from the small little town of Zeeland, Michigan, where I grew up. Zeeland. And we saw these dudes. They were kind of a 1 or 2 hit wonder band. But as you can tell, they got a good vibe. Good band. What's up, marvelous Mel Monty in the house? Mel's up in the house. Uh-oh. What happened? Can you hear me? I think I lost sound. You can hear me. Okay. Well, bueno. I can't hear me, and I guess that's okay because I don't need to hear me. I guess I need you to hear me. So as long as you guys can hear me, that's good. So welcome into Saturday night. So nice to see all of you. I'll tell you, such a busy week for me. I'm heavily involved in the game of life right now. Boy, it's got every one of my emotions going towards it in my daily work life. So I'm not going to spew all over you over it, but that is largely consuming a lot of my attention lately. you know, as life goes. It's maybe, not the most uh, uneasiest of stress situations. And it's just, it is what it is. So there. Anyway, so I've been under, personally, just some personal stress in life, like lots of things going. And so I haven't been following maybe everything as close as I should. But as I say that, I think, well, not much has changed, really. Um, yes, everything continues to move forward and everything unravels right in front of your eyes. Yes. Um, there's lots of speculation by people talking about what they think could happen potentially with President Trump. Okay. Yes, there's talk of people starting to talk about coming out against people that had a differing of opinion of what they're trying to feed people, and talking about people being violent insurrectionists and all that kind of stuff, that have a differing of opinion. We are in Marxism. We are here. We're That's where they want to take it, is right into Marxism. That's definitely what they want to do and are doing. And you're getting a big, healthy look at what that looks like. Marxism. You're seeing your freedoms vanish right in front of your face. Democrats are getting exactly what they voted for. And the ones that are old enough that don't care, because all they really care about is, does it disrupt my medical insurance, my benefits? As long as it didn't mess with their benefits, they're going to vote Democrat. It's what they were raised to do. It's what they're going to do. And it is the party that ultimately in the nursing homes killed them. The party that killed them. People that are World War II vets and of that age, destroyed and murdered in the nursing homes. I was thinking about this, Let me tell you. I was thinking about what this represents, what we're witnessing while we sit here coming into Father's Day. Happy Father's Day coming to you, fathers, tomorrow. But what we're witnessing and really being allowed to see, if you are of discernment, you're really being allowed to watch what is the new framework that's being dispatched across America in the minds of sound Americans. The framework to a foundation, a new foundation built from everything that's beautiful from the old foundation, not rewritten. Nope. When this is finished, we're going to see that, honestly, if you look at how people are reacting on the left right now, and you're watching how they're reacting from CNN, and I have been catching people that are putting out clips of this. I mean, I'm not watching it, but I'm seeing it, and it's the same. I mean, Rachel Maddow, I mean, she is not even listenable. I can't listen to her, but she is panicked. She speaks the mind of somebody that is grasping at things that have already been exposed. And it's like they're clinging to their own personal echo chamber, and they are. So when you watch it as an outsider, you just look at it and go, oh my dear God, these people are panicked. And they are. You can see it. You legit can step back and look and go, I totally see how panicked they are. At least I see it. How you all doing? What's up there, Roots Magoo? Roach Magoo? I'm just kidding. You don't do it like that. It's Roots Magoo. What's up, Roots? Yeah, nothing. Took a little hiatus. I guess a 1 week break, right? As it would be a 1 week break to just kind of deal with life is what it really came down to. And who doesn't have to do that every day? Me too. And it's consuming a lot. It's been really, really busy. It's been insanely crazy. But enough about that. I should not die. But I digress. I digress, everybody. I digress. They're shook. They are shook, Roots. Roots knows they're shook. You know they're shook. I know they're shook. And pretty much the whole damn world knows they're shook. They know they're shook. And if we were fishing, the type of fish they'd be was a Chinook. Okay? Came up with that all by myself with my giant brain. 160 IQ, okay? Chinook. And I like saying nook, Chinook. I like catching Chinooks, and I like beating the deep state, and I'm doing both. So it's a phenomenal day, and I enjoy doing it. And I'm going to put that one right up on my wall in Mar-a-Lago, okay? Mar-a-Lago. It's going to be a Chinook. And it's going to be carried by a Chinook helicopter, okay? It's going to be... Just put it right over there by the fireplace, right above, fly it right in. It's perfect. Drop it right there. That's Chinook on my wall, okay? Mar-a-Lago. It's phenomenal. I don't know why both parts of my nose itch just like that at the exact same time, but they did, and I got them both because I can do that. I can do that. I'm multi-talented. Oh my lords. Hooey! All right. Well, I want to go back to that point I was making. It's about the foundation. I want to go back to the point. I want to talk about the foundation. It's the foundation of America. It is the new North Star of America. Therefore, the world. You're welcome, okay? We did it for you, okay? You're going this way. Your collateral damage. You get to move forward with the rest of the world. You're welcome. But that is what will happen. That is a byproduct of beating the deep state's ass into purple and black. That's the byproduct, is that humanity gets released. And as far as I'm concerned, it's well worth it. And I agree with the president. He said that it's well worth it. He didn't in so many words. He said, gladly, I take all of these slings and arrows gladly for you, the American people, because I feel it's been my time to give back to the country that I love so strongly. It's giving back to the greatest country that was ever formed. It was ever created, the greatest country, and we forgot. We were told in so many words, we forgot how to play the game. We forgot how much power we have. You look at the power of our individual states. Nobody, I think I didn't. You didn't know about your individual legislator and the power that they held to change law so that they couldn't pull off this voting nightmare. That's all coming to light. We're all getting a huge civics lesson. And I am included in that camp. I'm getting a huge civics. The last 4 years have been nothing but a giant civics lesson for me. I always liked government, but I never got into government. But I've been nothing but up to my neck in government for the last 4 years. I learned parts of the Senate and the House. I didn't even know they were chambers in our house or the Senate. But you know what? Once you connect it to something that's tying you down from reaching your liberties and you're we are honestly so honored as a species to be alive at this time in the world to witness this. We are seeing Hollywood crumble. They're begging people to go back and watch movies. Nobody is going to go back and watch movies. Again, I say the proverbial jig is up. Everybody knows. Everybody knows what's going on. And the ones that don't are, no offense, they're not going out and about to movies. They're just not. And I'm in that camp. I mean, I don't go to movies, so lump me in there. And then I think about how I feel in life, and then I think about somebody else that maybe's got an ailment or something like that. They're not going out to the freaking movies. Hollywood is over. They're done. The Democrats are finished. Their message is over. CNN, Brian Stelter, Chris Cuomo, Don Lemon are over. They're canceled. They're finished. The proverbial jig is up. Professional sports. Done. Did you guys watch soccer? Cristiano Ronaldo? Like, he was doing a presser, and I don't really watch it. I watch World Cup when it goes World Cup soccer. I love that. But this was some professional soccer, but he took the Coca-Cola bottles and stuck them off to the side and put water up and said, I'd have water, He was shitting on Coke for their wokeism. That's only going to spill over into a million different markets. We have the power. We have the voice. People do. And like I was saying, the foundation. Boom, 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 boom. That's what the last 4 years were. They got a foundation and a base. The deep state can't mess with it. They can't mess with it. They can't do nothing with it. They can't penetrate it. It's not penetrable. It's actually not, as it comes out of my mouth, it's not penetrable. There's literally no kind of buffoonery they could attach to any segment of any kind of this. Their best shot that they had was that disastrous dumpster fire HBO special where they tried to put that out as like, here's your movement. What a putrid piece of diarrhea, piece of journalism was that? They wet the palate in the first 1 or 2 episodes, and then they let that bitch get right off the train, right off the tracks. That was a runaway train after that. That was the dumbest shit I've ever witnessed in my life. And I can't even take back the time and put it back in my life. But it was so stupid. But it's good, I guess, that they put it out there because I guess it puts people's minds in motion that, you know what a large, well-discerning part of the population could put together is that you're not going to deny absolute truths that are right in front of you, that are proven and they're shown. They are revealed right in front of you. You're not going to walk away from that. And if you're a type of comedian, I don't know, somebody that's on late night or once a week and they're on and they their market is to maybe pick the low flying the low hanging fruit. They'll grab that. They'll pick on them and grab that and go, you know, insert whatever here. It's it's their way of feeling great about shitting on a movement that has done nothing more than proven itself to everybody exactly. I won't even say exactly what it is. It's the takedown of the global cabal. It's their demise, and they're going to kick and scream. They're going to kick and scream as it goes down. It's going to happen. It has to happen. There's no deals. There's none of this. We don't know the timing. I should say, maybe you all know the timing. I don't know the timing. I don't even want to know the timing. But what I do know is that I finally do understand what you're going to win so much. You're going to beg me, please, Mr. President, please, can we stop the winning? This right now is exactly what he was talking about. We're winning on a way that we maybe can't wrap our head around. We can't put our brain around it right at the exact moment. And maybe some of you can. And there's times when I feel like maybe I can, but ultimately, winning feels an awful lot like losing right now, right? But we've kind of made it past that point where it kind of felt like losing a lot. I mean, if you've been on board, paying attention and listening and watching how everything's been going down since January 20th, you are seeing that momentum shift. You are seeing that swing of emotion. You are seeing that move itself in the correct direction where we all maybe knew, but more importantly, some of us had hoped that it would be taking us. And it's taking us in that direction. And we're seeing it. We don't know how it's going to play out, but it's happening. Now, who knows what's going to be coming forward in the next few days? Again, there's no putting timelines on anything for me in the future. But it sure feels like the deep state's losing really bad right now. It feels like they're losing really bad. It's beyond feeling that way. They're losing really bad. And they know it. I mean, I was talking to someone earlier today, and they were talking about, I don't want to be around for World War III. I said, dude, World War III got unleashed the day that COVID was sent over to the United States. It was a biological attack on the United States, right? Not because I'm a scientist. It's because I heard people that are scientists say that was a biological attack on the United States. Book it. And it was, and it is. And nobody better forget that. It was a biological attack on the United States. They unleashed a virus onto us in an effort to shut out and take out a president, to take him out. It will be God's time, Roots. It will. Redneck Prapple, Mel Monty, Roots Magoo, and my partners in crime. I had to put the fan on me. I was getting hot. I was like, I keep talking, my tongue's on fire. It's like, me. I was like, I gotta cool down. I gotta calm down. Really, I just want some air. Some air. Yeah. So I don't know. What's on any of your all minds? Anybody? Concerns? I'm looking at our the local government, Michigan. Secretary of State Joycelyn Benson. She's feeling the heat, baby. She's feeling the heavy. She is feeling the heavy. It's coming like a freight train knocking through your neighborhoods. She says, the election audit is not a thing. Excuse me, okay? It's not a thing, okay? Election audit ain't a thing, okay? We're like, really? Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. It's coming. Coming like a freight train running through your neighborhood. Coming. Joycelyn, sticking up for her crony. Gretchen Whitmer. Mrs. Whitmer. You husband having Lake Michigan trying to infiltrate early in front of all the other boat people. Flying on your own private plane through connections down to Florida when you told us all to not go nowhere for no reason, no how. Trying to escape to your little getaway up north. Everybody sees it. And now she's about to drop the mask mandate. I haven't seen anybody wearing their mask, by the way. It's coming in 3 days, so that'll be that. We'll see what happens. She's not popular. She's in deep kimchi. She's in deep. That is the truth. And it's sad when you look back at these governors. I can't speak for the other states, but looking back at these governors and my governor, when I look and I think about her personal message, and believe me, guys, I mean, you guys only saw it on the national stage. They had her on television out there, and they were talking about, she would look at the camera and talk about our fellow Michigan people and our citizens. And if we all just stick together, and I know that we can blah, blah, blah. And the whole duration, she's cramming and allowing them to cram COVID positive patients into the nursing homes in Michigan, elevating the death count to get rid of Trump. At that point, you're done. You should be history. You should be immediately recalled. And we tried. We got all the votes, many more than we needed. Attorney General put her foot down and said, I won't allow it to go through. Apparently, she has that kind of power. I don't know. I'm a busy guy. I haven't had a chance to research it. But apparently, the Attorney General, and that's like the pyramid of power in the state of Michigan, is by these three not so well-intended ladies who maybe don't have our best interests in mind. And maybe they're joined by a whole shitload of people with the same agenda as theirs, which doesn't have your best good in mind. And I would lean more towards that's probably the answer. That's probably the answer. I don't know how you get to that point in your life where you're that charismatic, you're that friendly, you're that genuine in how you speak to people. You're probably a decent parent to your kids, but how you allow yourself to get roped into that point where you actually allow something like that to happen. I don't know what they got on people when they do that. I don't know why people make those choices. We're gonna find out. It's money and corruption ultimately, right? Could it be blackmail? I guess it could. That would be the ultimate benefit of the doubt, that all three of those ladies have blackmail on them. But I think that's a big stretch. Or maybe it's not a stretch. And maybe it's worse. Ultimately, it could be worse. I don't know. Redneck Prepper is in Arkansas, and they are good there. Oh, good. I am happy to know I have a bug out state. I'll be the bald guy with a suitcase and a 30-06 on my shoulder, and my wife. I'm looking for Redneck Prepper. They're gonna be like, which one? I'll be like, that's a good point. That's a good point. Gotta say, this guy's making a lot of good points. I'm not really sure which one. Yeah. We in Arkansas, Bill. We only got local law, Bill. It's okay if your drink spills, Bill, in Arkansas. We true to our roots. We'll stomp your ass in cowboy boots. Take a lighter and light our beer poots in Arkansas. Everybody, Arkansas. Hoo! Where the people are all cool. Man, Arkansas. Don't you wish that you were too in Arkansas? That's a song, man. Get to work. That's a hit. Just wrote a song for you. Redneck Prepper. I must love you. Oh shit, I didn't say we could be neighbors. We can be friends. I'm just teasing, man. You're a good person, man. You're good people. That's funny, though. Hey, I watched that. What is that? What is the Ozarks? I watched the Ozarks, man. I'm not sure I want to move anywhere near that area. Although it is beautiful. I will say that. It's beautiful. But I like being here in Michigan. I'll never write a song about Michigan. I don't know what you could say. I don't know. Humid. Yeah, we get humidity. We get a lot of it here. Mild winters and cooler summers. Come to Michigan. That's all I got for Michigan. Linda. I love your state, Linda. I've been to Charleston, girl. It's a fun neck of the woods as far as neck of the woods go. It's a good place. It's a quiet, little known secret how cute and adorable that whole area is. It's totally adorable, completely cute. It's full of all kinds of old history, and it is restored, so it just looks amazing. It's incredible. That's my shout out to you, Linda, and your wonderful state. Mm-hmm. I was actually there, Linda, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, maybe, when you guys had that warning that a tsunami was coming in. I was actually right there off the Atlantic Ocean, like, I don't know, eighth of a mile from the beach. Found out later that had come through. I was like, oh, it's not good. It is. It's gorgeous, Linda. Yep, for sure. It's a tourist destination, and if you like any kind of seafood, man, there is a place down there. I can't remember the name of it, Linda. Maybe you know, but and not that I really give a shit about this anymore because I'm kind of putting that in my past life. But all kinds of famous people went there, and they got their names assigned to like different tables. So I couldn't tell you whose table I ate at. Could have been Bozo the Clown. Could have been Robert De Niro. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't care. But anyway, it was kind of a cool place, to be honest with you. And their food was amazing. You're in the middle of nowhere. You got a middle of nowhere in South Carolina, too. That's another song waiting to happen. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Everywhere's got a nowhere. Nobody knows how to get there because you're from nowhere. People say to stay clear of anybody going nowhere. But I can tell you being there that there's no light in nowhere. Yeah. Ooh. It's a hit. Show me nowhere. Bing, 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 bing. It's a hit. They're coming back down. They're coming back down for the Showcase Showdown. All right, not this time. Nope. Cutting records and cutting demos. I'm doing it all. You're close enough to some major towns. To me, Linda, that's perfect living. If you are, man, if you're 45 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe even an hour away from like something major, you're living. I think that's good living. I love that. If you're, I don't know, even if you got to get in your car and go like 10 solid minutes to go anywhere, you could be living a nice, quiet life easily anywhere, probably in America, easily. It's really the metropolis where you want to, if it's not your thing, if it's not your shtick, it's kind of a fun place to go have cocktails with and Uber home. But, I don't want to live down there. I don't want to live down there ever. Not ever. Never, ever. Yep, never, ever. Never. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I forgot because I've been really not thinking about doing a live feed, like a live show or whatever, my mind has really been far removed from doing this. So as you could probably tell, it's been far removed. I'm just enjoying it. I can tell you that. I'm witnessing the deep state panic, seeing it. It's happening. There's people in life that you maybe interact with. I can think of one person specifically where, I mean, there's nothing that we really talk about specifically, but I could say something like, well, I'll tell you, I just think there's something that's coming, and I think it's going to, it's going to blow people away. And I hear things back from that like, well, I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. I just see everything crumbling. And I think about that is a very, very good response by that person. It's a perfect response. It's a very perfect response. But then there is the being on the other side of it, which is maybe where a lot of you are, that understand that it's saying, some of these people, I mean, he's a measured person that is hoping for the best. There's so many people that are just Trump followers that don't know what they're doing right now, and they're blowing in the wind, and they'll recover. They'll be fine. But right now, they're not doing so well out there. But there's people coming around that are like on the same level as this guy I'm talking about, that will easily make the transition once it moves in. Easily. And almost maybe take the sort of point of view like, I knew that, or I could have seen that coming, awake enough that maybe not going to jump on board until it actually happens. But there's going to be a lot of those type of people. And you know what? It's okay. It's good. It means people are waking up. Everywhere. All over the place. And I, for one, love it. Okay? I don't like it. I love it. What are you guys chatting about? Hey. Tell you what. I need to get myself a beer. That's what I gotta get. Yep. Gotta do it. All right. All right. Great. Roads. I'm cutting records for sure. Well, wow, Linda, you're really, really close, aren't you? To where, because Fort Sumter, that's right off Charleston, right? I think I got that correct. I think that's the fort I went to. And though I'll never admit this on a live stream, a person that might have looked an awful lot like me might have took a shard of a piece of a brick that had flung off, like been pried off a piece of the brick of the place, and then lost it. But it wasn't me. And he might not have lost it, but he looked like me. I'll tell you what, that was an impressive fort. It was incredible. Oh, I was right in your backyard, Linda. Right in your backyard. And the other guy that looked like me. Linda, Shawnee, and I got one of those days. We jumped on one of those carriage rides. Since you live so close to it, I'm just going to say it because you'll be like, oh, I totally know what you're talking about, Bill. I'll be like, okay. So I'm going to tell you, one day, before I got on the carriage ride, we were walking through town and we were looking at stuff. We were buying trinkets. We were messing with people and talking to them and stuff. Y'all are friendly people. And there was like this old bank that used to be on the corner downtown Charleston, or this little section of Charleston, and these guys were pulling a bank vault. This certain day that I was there, we watched them, and they pulled this vault out, and they were using heavy equipment to yank this out of the bottom of this bar that was on the corner. Anyway, it was totally cool because that bank vault was probably there since maybe Civil War, maybe. It was huge. They were using the biggest equipment to get it out of there. So it happened that day. Anyway, we go on to the carriage ride, and that's where they take you through and they start talking about all the buildings. They start talking about the history of Charleston. And the guy that took us on this tour, I mean, he embodied really the people of that area. Not because, and I know you're going to think I'm going to say it, not because he was so knowledgeable. It was because on the things that he didn't quite know or say, he just glossed right over them. He just didn't care much. He just kind of went on to the next topic. I tell you what, I just get on to the next topic. And I appreciated that cat a lot. When he was done, I tipped him extra. I didn't say anything. I was just like, man, he was cool as a cucumber. He was so slick. It was great. He was just a young buck. The only thing that would have made it funnier with his cowboy hat would have been to have a big old hayseed sticking out of his toofs. Man, got me a big old hayseed out of my toofs. I spent knowledge about Charleston, and I have hayseed out of my toofs. He's a funny guy. It was a fun, memorable trip. Memorable trip. And a very good savoir-faire out there from Yolanda de Bus. Yeah, I didn't go to the plantations, Linda. I thought about it. I was there for quite a few days, and I didn't get to the plantations. I definitely want to go back and see them. I do. But there's, there's that other part of me that's like, that's the plantation. So, no, I definitely want to see them. And I did go. This was crazy, you guys. I went to, we went to like a black slavery mart, like where they used to bring them up and sell them. They went through a whole museum. It was eye-opening. It was crazy. The craziest part was how many of them actually were sold beyond America. I mean, we had some, definitely, and the ones that were here, some of them got treated very, very bad. And a lot of them, they were slaves that lived here. But the vast majority of the ones that were pulled out of Africa, oh my gosh, they were sent so many other places. Like 40% or 37% of them, like to Brazil. That's not America. They had a whole bunch of black slaves go to Europe and all that. It was crazy. But the ones that were sent to America, their history was documented. It was documented, and it mattered. And I think I'm about to make a point that I didn't even think I wanted to even consider tonight, is that is maybe the biggest thing that people should take out of the slavery movement, is that the humanity that existed in America allowed the slave movement to actually be documented. And now it's the one thing that actually persecutes us, because our humanity allowed it to be documented as to not repeat it. Okay, that's all right. Maybe that's nothing. Maybe that's not groundbreaking. Maybe not at all. Maybe that's what people, but that's what just kind of I was thinking. Isn't it amazing that that was allowed to survive? Like, I know it's the weapon used against us, right? When I say us, I mean it's perpetuated against the progressive forward of humanity. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. It's probably nothing. Probably just high and full of beer, cheap beer. But it don't mean it's not fun when you personally get enlightened. And I think that's what just happened is I think I personally got enlightened right before your eyes. And some of you guys are like, I've been on this bus. I've been waiting for you to show up. Oh, welcome. All right, come on. This is where they got the cocktails, Bill. Come on. Welcome to the Enlightenment train. You're finally getting it, son. Maybe. Maybe that's how it goes. I don't know. Good Lord. I mean, that's what I heard, Linda. Read, listened to testimony from actual slaves that were saved recordings at the time. Anyway, I don't even want to go down this road. I was just trying to say, we went to the slave mart. It was eye-opening. It was amazing. They were okay. That's where I got off my other point to go into that, and then my big heart allowed myself to go in that and pull myself off that. But what I was trying to say is, it's amazing that it could be recorded. But the other thing is that it was amazing that it was recorded because I learned a whole bunch of other stuff about it. Anyway. That's it. All right. Oh. Saturday night. Yep. Well, 52 minutes and counting. I think I can pull the plug on this and probably get rid of it. I'll leave it up, but that's probably honestly about it. I appreciate y'all coming out, hanging out, burning your night with me for a little bit. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, what's the bottom line on what's happening? Everything that is happening, I did say, I've got an unstable connection. Everything is the foundation. It's going a little slow right now for everybody because the foundation is being laid. The general public is being allowed to wake up right now. Maybe that's the point I should have made 4 minutes into this live stream and said, thank you, have a good night. But the foundation is down. That's you and me. And millions of people that are like us. We're the foundation. We can't do it by ourselves. But together we can all put our hands out and stretch them and grab hands. And we can catch humanity and we can help guide you up into what's going to be. And you call me crazy. I don't really care. But when I say it's going to be the next level of humanity, humanity 2.0, man, you better just hang on. I believe that. When I hear things like, the best is yet to come, and everything else that this man has said to this point, it's happened, then I do believe the best is yet to come. And that's really the bottom line. I mean, not because Trump said it. It's because of the arsenal. The arsenal of information and truths. The bell curve of truth and information. Things that have happened so many times that they're both statistically and mathematically impossible for it not to be another way. All of that over the last 4 years backed with the best is yet to come. I live in a position of peace. And I don't live there because this is easy. It's not. It's not having your face attached or having your voice out there attached. Not for me, not for any of you, and not for the big boys. It's not easy. Because this, when you put what we represent against the mainstream television, you're talking about two completely different paradigms. It's their painted narrative that they give everybody versus reality. But the problem is that they have a really good grip on this painted narrative amount of people that have to do with like the social culture move. And that's where it's imperative that they lost Hollywood, all of that. That's about to shift and be over. It's therefore no longer inappropriate to still be on this movement and know that, man, we are so close. I don't know what's going to happen in like any day of the week of anything, but this is when we're here. It's fixing to pop. And I don't even know that there'll be like a monumental moment where everything's like, oh shit, I get it. That's how it was supposed to go. I get it. But I think there's going to be a moment where there's a drastic swing in the propulsion of this entire thing. And that's coming, I think, maybe soon. I don't know. I don't really honestly know how much worse it can get for CNN before they have to just shut down as a network or sell. I don't, because it's really bad. It's bad. And I'm okay with that. I mean, these people were okay with taking down America, taking us down, shutting us down, killing our livelihoods, our families. They were completely fine with all of it. All of it. They were fine with it. And never forget that. When you're looking for sympathy in your heart for these people that actually did it, think of the sympathy for their families and the people in their life that they drug through this because they didn't have a backbone and they allowed it to happen. Pray for mercy on their soul, but don't hold it against their family. And maybe some of their family knew, maybe not. That'll come out one day. But really, it's really about just ridding it and switching the course of everybody's thought process of what's important. Don't you feel like beyond the Bible, you're really going to find out what's important in addition to the Bible all these years? I feel like there's going to be some real like good information in the near future that's going to add some credence to the Bible even. And if they try to come out with something, for the record, if they try to come out with something that actually tries to discredit the Bible, then I'm going to have to rethink the whole thing. So, but that's, I have to be on to the next conspiracy theory. So let me get through this one first, and then we'll go on to that one. But actually, I'm just joking. I haven't thought much about it, but they definitely wanted the alien explosion information coming out, and it just feels like people won't even nibble. They're like, we don't care. We don't believe in this. We don't. You're going to roll this out right now? Like right now, you're going to roll out the alien thing? And everybody's literally like, meh. Meh. Nobody cares. I mean, there's certain groups that care. They have neckbeards. Neckbeards and are prone to, living in basements. But other than that, everybody's just like, just get away from me. Like the real truth is right here in front of us. Now you're going to Star Wars me? Go away. And they were adamant. They're adamant these are not U.S. craft. They're adamant these are not U.S. craft. General, are these U.S. crafts? I have to say, these are not U.S. crafts. Adamant these are not U.S. crafts, people. Not U.S. crafts. I don't think they're U.S. crafts. But we probably know what they are, right? People eat that shit up. They said they didn't know they were U.S. crafts. And I'm sorry, redneck. I didn't mean to make everybody sound in that sequence like they were from Arkansas. But I did. Truth will be coming out. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen. Other than that, we wait. That's it, right? So we wait. We get through the alien invasion. We go through all of it. What else are we going to do? I suppose they could have been from Tennessee, redneck. They could have been from Texas, Tennessee, Mississippi. But they're from that neck of the woods, to use that again. But all right, so nice to see you. Saturday night, Patriot fight. We move forward. We, continue to pray. Please pray for our friends. Pray for this movement. The movement that is about destroying the failed and corrupt political establishment. Pray for the movement. The people running the movement. Pray for your friends. Pray for your enemies. Pray for everybody. Pray for tolerance. Talking to myself here. Pray for wisdom. Please, God, give me more of that. I need it. Pray for forgiveness. Please, God, give me more of that too. Pray for healing. Whatever it is you need, pray for it. And thank God for it. And accept it. And once you accept it, tuck it right there where it needs to go. And let it consume you. Let it become you. Release that answered prayer into your life. Let it out. Don't just believe that it was answered. Take it. Mentally, take it in. Let it flourish. You got to release it. Release it into your life. Okay? That's my probably get me sent to hell scriptures that I give, but my heart's in the right place. So I hope you guys love God and Jesus, because I know I do. And I'm only trying to give good advice. So if I fail, maybe God will clean this up and start being my editor in chief. That'd be great. All right. So love you guys. I'll see you maybe in a few days. Tuesday. All right. Love you. Bye.